Back assholes. Just for a little while anyway. I want to give a shout out to goddamn Cali. I think her name Cali Swerve, Cali something. She just started doing videos. You know what I'm saying? But she got a hell of a lot of views and shit. But the only reason, like, you know, I like her channel, man. I ain't gonna lie, I really like her channel. Her name is Cali Swag or Cali Swerve or something like that. I can't think of what her name is right now, but I just subscribed to her channel. She a cool chick. But yeah, we about to have a goddamn big ass hurricane out this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hurricane Matthew supposed to be coming or whatever. I don't really care if you do it. Don't make me too much of a difference. I'm gonna be good regardless. But the video I wanna what I wanna talk about in this video today is on her video. She talked about Jay-Z had an interview and said, hold on, how much time I got? Okay, I got plenty of time. He said that he had some lyrics back in the day that would have destroyed Tupacs career, right? I'm gonna be honest as fuck with you, man. Like, me personally, I don't buy that shit. Don't get me wrong. Jay-Z is a good lyricist. He was dope and shit. You know, back in that time, he had some dope punchlines and metaphors and shit like that. Just like, I ain't gonna lie, Biggie was good too. Biggie had some dope ass lyrics and some good punchlines and shit like that. I'm not gonna lie, they did. But when it came to like exactly dissing the motherfucker and actually speaking some real shit about the motherfuckers, Tupac beat all them niggas hands down, bro. Like, on some real shit. Like, the thing that get me with Jay-Z, okay, they say that they ain't put out the songs. A lot of niggas tell me they didn't put out the songs because Tupac died, right? And I can understand that, yo, you know, not putting out your shit. But I know Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a shit talker, man. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful no kind of way. Jay-Z is a straight shit talker, man. Like, and he's a cocky ass motherfucker. And you gotta be like that a little bit in the rap industry. I understand that. But, man, Jay-Z just will go too far with shit, bro. Jay-Z always thought he was better than a lot of motherfuckers. Sometimes I think Jay-Z think in his mind he was better than Big. But, of course, we know he wasn't. But he probably thought that he was. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of nigga Jay-Z is, man. Like, but the thing that get me is a lot of these niggas got all this shit to say. Now that Pop, it's been like, what, 20 plus something years that Pop been gone. Right? But when that nigga was alive, a lot of these niggas did not have shit to say. They did not have shit to say. I mean, they did not have shit to say at all. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say hardly nothing at all. But as soon as this nigga dead and shit, then they want to bring up some shit like, yeah, we had lyrics that could have lyrically destroyed them. Well, nigga, if y'all did, why you didn't put them out? Matter of fact, every time I know Jay-Z really diss somebody, the only niggas that I know that Jay-Z went at was Nas and fucking Jaz-O. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that Jay-Z went at, it was some subliminal shit. Like when he went at 50 Cent, he was like, I'm all about the dollar. What the fuck is 50 Cent? Or like, when he went at Drake with certain shit, it was like subliminal. He just didn't come out and say the nigga name or no shit like that. It was always some subliminal type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I know that's how in the 80s, that's how niggas used to do it in the 80s. But fuck that, in the 90s, man, you had to say a nigga name. That's just how it was. In the 90s, man, you had to let a nigga, like, say a nigga name and shit. But it's funny how all these niggas say they had songs and they had all this shit and they could have destroyed Pac career, all this shit. Why the fuck they didn't do it then? Pac, man, like, Pac was shitting on these niggas, dog. Like, he was shitting on them. And even back then, Pac won't just against, like, niggas from the East Coast. He won't against all niggas from the East Coast. Pac was only going after Big and niggas that he saw that was taking sides with Big. You know what I'm saying? That's the only niggas that Tupac was really going after. Them niggas that fucking was siding with Biggie. Was Pac trying to be part of Bad Boy? Because Tupac was about to have an album that was going to come out called Unify the Nation. And it was going to have niggas from the East Coast and the West Coast on it. You know what I'm saying? He had songs with Big Daddy Kane on the track that never got released. He had songs with Busta Rhymes that never got released. They had this song called One Nation. And Busta Rhymes come and say some shit, say, y'all. And he write some shit. And he had a song with the Boot Camp Clique that was like, set it off on the west side, set it off on the east side, set it off. You know, he had all these fucking unreleased tracks that he made with a whole bunch of East Coast niggas. He had songs with Tretch from Naughty by Nature. He had songs with Method Man, Redman, you know, Wu-Tang members. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, and Tupac was a ass nigga and didn't give a fuck. Why is it when one of the niggas from the Wu-Tang Clan got their chain took, Tupac and Suge Knight and them, they rushed the niggas that took their chain and got the chain back from them, you know what I'm saying, and went and gave them their shit back, said, yo, that shit wasn't supposed to go down like that, you know what I'm saying, we don't know who did that shit, that wasn't us, we don't know what the fuck going on, you know, niggas just, you know, cause the first thing they was gonna probably think is Tupac probably had something to do with that shit, so he was proving to you all the time, he even had songs with niggas from the Midwest, he even had songs with Bone Thugs and Harmony. They had a song called Thug Love and all that shit. So for all these niggas that were saying Tupac turned his back on the East Coast, no he didn't. Tupac was from the fucking East Coast. He just went to the West Coast because he had so much shit going on in New York when he got shot and all that. He felt like he had to like relocate, but Tupac was from... He wasn't just from the East Coast. When Tupac was young, he moved to fucking the Bay Area, out California. You know what I'm saying? So, when he moved to the Bay Area, he got that part of the West Side life too. You feel me? So, Pac was like all around. And then Tupac used to be in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, Pac had the elements of a lot of niggas from, like, up north, niggas from the Mid-East, the South, and the motherfucking West. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I say, like, Pop wasn't the best. I give you that. Pop was not the best lyricist or the best lyrical nitwit when it came to spitting rhymes. Because my personal opinion, who I thought was the best nigga for spitting those crazy punchlines and those witty metaphors and shit, was that nigga Big L. Me personally, I think nobody fucked with the way he formatted his shit. I thought Big L was like a hella lyricist. Everybody be trying to say Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that. Yeah, Jay-Z got money. But Jay-Z is, don't get me wrong, Jay-Z got some nice lyrics and some nice songs. But to say that Jay-Z is like, I mean, I would put Jay-Z up there as being one of the best rappers. But I don't like Jay-Z. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Jay-Z. But Jay-Z, I can't deny and say he ain't a good rapper. He is. But when it came against certain niggas, I know he couldn't fuck with. And I know for a fact, no matter how good his punchline shit would have been, he couldn't have fucked with Tupac. Tupac would have ate his ass up. Tupac got on him on fucking, there's a song Tupac had called Die Slow. Right? But they changed it when they put it on the album and called it Going All Out. Right? When they put it on the Till the End of Time album. But like, the original hook and shit to that song was like, us, the first, the bust, who do you trust? Out for Mobb Deep and Jay-Z, dead in the dust. You niggas thought that I was out the Biggie? You got it wrong. We come on the bus on all y'all, right? That's how the hook originally went. But they changed it when they put it on the Until the End of Time album, and they made it, we going all out. Obstacles in your way, nigga, go all out. But he was getting at all them and that shit. And then at the end of the shit, he was like, how the fuck you goddamn Hawaiian Silky fame one year, and then you a tough ass mob the next year? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Pop was right for going at the nigga like that, but he had a point though. Like, when Jay-Z first came out, wasn't nobody fucking with Jay-Z like that. When Jay-Z first came out, he was with a nigga named Jazzo. And they was like a fake, like, Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff, like, kind of duo type shit. Like, back in the early, I mean, not early, but the late 80s. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And nobody won't fucking with Jay-Z like that then. And then Jay-Z, he started making the bid when he did that song with Foxy Brown on another Professor soundtrack. That shit, ain't no nigga like the one I got. No one can fuck you better. That was like his first big hit. But niggas knew about Jay-Z. Yeah, Jay-Z, that nigga kind of nice. But niggas weren't really fucking with Jay-Z like that. I hate to say it, but it's so true. Niggas was not fucking with Jay-Z like that until after, like, Biggie died. You know what I'm saying? He was like, kind of like under Biggie. I mean, he wasn't part of Bad Boy, no shit like that, but him and Biggie did like a few underground songs together. Matter of fact, I remember they had a song, this is the Wu-Tang, back in the day, talking about some we made money off the Wu or some shit like that. I remember they had a song like that. And you think I'm lying? All the shit that I'm saying, you can type this shit up. You can go on YouTube and probably find like an article or snippets or shit to the song like that. Like, don't get me wrong, Jay-Z was a hell of a nice lyricist, but when it came to certain niggas, he just didn't win. Me personally, this is my personal opinion. When Jaz-O went at Jay-Z, I think that Jaz-O shit was hotter than Jay-Z's this verse. I'm just being real with you. When Jaz-O came with that shit, the bullshit is over, I told you, that shit was hot to me. I took a breathe, let you leave. Like, that shit was kind of dope. And then when Jay-Z came back when he used the I Get High beat from the Styles P shit. But it had Freeway and a whole bunch of niggas from the Rockefeller, like, going in on Jaz-O. That shit was kind of whack. Like, that's just my opinion. And, like, everybody saying Jay-Z's a hella lyricist. Jay-Z is nice. Don't get me wrong. He is. But I got this old freestyle. With him and Big L, they taking turns freestyling, going back and forth, right? Man, Big L versus was way hotter than Jay-Z's, yo. Jay-Z versus wasn't fucking with Big L. That's what I'm saying. If Big L would have lived, I think Big L's about to go to Rockefeller too. If Big L would have went to Rockefeller, he would have been a bigger nigga than Jay-Z. Cause Big L had flow like a motherfucker. But knowing Jay-Z and the shiesty kind of nigga he is, when he became like CEO of Def Jam, he would have pushed the nigga album back. I'm gonna tell you, Jay-Z at one time on Def Jam had the most sales out of every rapper on Def Jam. The only nigga that Jay-Z never surpassed the beat was that nigga DMX. DMX is the only nigga that outsold Jay-Z. And when Jay-Z became the CEO of Def Jam, or the president of Def Jam, or whatever it was, he did everything in his power to keep pushing DMX album back. Because he didn't want DMX, he kept pushing DMX album back. Because he knew that DMX was the only nigga that would outsell him. DMX, every time DMX dropped the album, like, I'm not gonna lie, every time DMX dropped the album, he went like, dude, he was the first artist to go platinum with 2 albums in 1 year. DMX, I think, what was DMX's first album called? Damn, I can't remember. I think Blood in My Eye was this, I don't remember. What the fuck was DMX's first album called? Shit. I can't remember. But that album came out like, I think the album came out like January, February, something like that. And they did like 1 million or something. Then, when he came out with his second album that same year, in 98, he came out with his second album in fucking like December, and he still went double platinum. He went double platinum in 2 albums. I think altogether he probably did like 8 million on his first album, and then he did like 5 million on his second album. But to drop 2 albums in 1 year, that was pretty dope. Well, I'm not gonna say he the first to do it, cause I know Pac. No, he was. Cause Pac, I can't remember. I think Pac dropped, if I'm not mistaken, Pac dropped All Eyes on Me. I want to say he dropped All Eyes on Me in 95. I want to say he dropped All Eyes on Me in 95. And then the Machiavelli album came out like in 96. You know what I'm saying? I do know that. So yeah, I think DMX was one of the first niggas that like drop, like, I could be wrong, but I think DMX was the first nigga to drop 2 albums in 1 year and had success on both of them. Because a lot of times when rappers come out, their first album don't do that good, but then their second album do better. Or sometimes they first album will do real good and then their second album don't do that good. DMX was like one of the only niggas where both his albums that same year did hella good. You feel me? Because even when Tupac first came out, he did sales and shit. But his first Tupacalypse Now, I don't know if it sold over 1 million copies. I think Tupacalypse Now did do gold. And it did go up to the stats like 735,000, something like that. But I don't think he went platinum with that album. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But I don't think Tupac really went platinum until he did Me Against the World. I could be wrong, though. But that's what I'm thinking. I would have to look back and make sure. I did reports on Tupac in high school and college and shit. But I can't remember. It was a while ago. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think that was like 10 years ago. But back to the point is, all these niggas now, especially like Jay-Z, little faggot ass, all these niggas coming out talking about they could have destroyed Tupacs career and all that shit. Man, show me the fucking proof. Like, come on, it's YouTube out now. Okay, I know Tupac dead and everything, but shit, release the song. Let niggas hear him. I mean, he dead anyway. Let niggas hear him. Call it some shit like if Tupac was alive. You know, this is shit we would have put out. I mean, I want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because technically, that's just me. Tupac, they couldn't fuck with that man. Like even like I'm not saying I'm all that, but I mean when I used to rap against niggas, right? I want all that. Especially like when it go from like, if we like freestyling, fuck no. But you let me sit somewhere and I write some shit on you, and I know you personally, or I'm gonna eat your ass up. Not because I'm better than you. I just know personal shit about you that I would use against you, and people will hear it. They be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, like, I know you probably don't believe me from looking at this video and shit, but when I used to battle niggas, like, I used to be able to do shit like that. And I could compare a nigga, make it look like, you know, it was one nigga I used to chill with, and he was real dark, and he was dark skinned, and he had like a bald head and shit. He was dark skinned. And I remember one round when I was young, I got at the nigga, I was saying some shit like, what the fuck your bitch ass laughing at? Nigga, you like Pantho, bitch from Thundercats, black as fuck. You know, some shit like that. But everybody was like, oh, shit. You know, the way I came. At that time, it was a little hot the way I came at the nigga like that. And I'm saying, like, I'm not saying I'm the best at all. I'm nowhere near the best. I mean, niggas don't even know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? But the thing I'm trying to say is, like, when it came to that battle shit, I would use shit talking exactly about your real persona, your real personality, or how you look. Or how fucked up, you know, your teeth was, or how fucked up your clothes was. Cause I remember I got on one nigga, he would diss me, he had some fucked up teeth. And I said, y'all niggas talk a lot of bullshit down south. I said, look at you, nigga, a fucking R&B group in your mouth, jagged edge teeth, nigga. You know, some shit like that I said, and like niggas was just tripping off that. They're like, damn, they're like, you got on that nigga teeth, you got a nigga jagged ass teeth, and you said jagged edge, that shit was dope. You know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not comparing myself to Pac and nothing like that. It's not that. But when I was young, I used to listen to a lot of Pac. You know what I'm saying? And I used to listen to a lot of Big L. So, like, when I would diss a nigga or come at a motherfucker, I would think of the shit they would, like, how they would come at that nigga and shit they would do. You know what I'm saying? And I think if they did have a hot song or whatever coming at Pac, I think Pac would have turned that shit around and fucked their ass up. Matter of fact, I know Pac would have fucked their ass up. Because niggas can talk what they want to say. Lyrically, when it came to that battle shit, niggas was scared of Pac, yo. On some real shit. Niggas was scared of Pac. I'm telling you some real shit. Niggas was scared of Pac. Niggas was scared of Pac. Because Pac would have ate their ass up. But I think it's just real funny now how all these niggas coming out talking about some, yeah, like Prodigy from Mobb Deep, even with like saying we had some songs, we could have got a Pac. I mean, you probably did. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mobb Deep was some good rappers. You know what I'm saying? They was. But when it just came to like raw dissing the raw talent, man, Pac had it. he didn't have to make no creative shit to really get at you. He would just use real shit and then make it creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like what he said about Biggie. He said, Biggie, remember when I used to let you sleep on the couch and beg a bitch to let you sleep in the house? Like, that was some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Kapak said in the interview. He said, I remember goddamn Biggie being broke. I remember Biggie. He said, I remember me begging bitches to fuck Biggie. Because Biggie was no bitches didn't want to fuck him like that. He said, I remember all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, for niggas to be like, yeah, man, Jay-Z probably would have fucked Tupac up. Because niggas were trying to tell me, like, hey, Jay-Z might would have fucked Pac up. No. Jay-Z, in my opinion, couldn't even handle Nas. And Nas is dope. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When Jay-Z and Nas were battling back in the day, Nas shut that nigga down with Ether. I don't give a fuck how many diss records Jay-Z came with. He couldn't fuck with that Ether. Even, because, okay, I remember Jay-Z came with that shit called The Takeover, right? Then Nas came with that shit, Ether, which was fucking hot, right? And then fucking Jay-Z tried to come back with that I got myself a gun shit, right? And then he switched the whole flow from about how he was saying fuck Nas, Escobar, all this shit. And then went to how he fucked his baby mama. That was a low blow. I thought it was. But at the same time, this shit was whack. Like, compared to like what Nas already did with Ether. That shit won't compare to Ether. That shit sucked. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased against Jay-Z. I don't like Jay-Z. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like his fucking lyrics. I mean, nah, I like his lyrics, but I don't like him as a person. I don't know him personally. But I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's a bitch ass nigga. And what I mean by that is he'll shit over anybody to come up. Like, he was shit on anybody. Look how he did fucking Dame Dash, man. He fucked Dame Dash completely over. You know what I'm saying? And then try to be funny because he tried to give him his shit back. He fucked Dame Dash over completely. He definitely fucked DMX over when he became the president of Def Jam. Because even DMX was like, man, we were friends. And I thought since we were friends, you would let me drop my album and shit like that. He kept pushing goddamn DMX album back so he could drop that Kingdom Come bullshit. And that album, it was straight. But at that time, DMX shit was hotter than his. Not because DMX was a better rapper than Jay-Z. DMX just had what I would call raw talent. And what I mean by that is DMX and Pop, man, they were like these niggas that like, they could take real shit they going through, real struggles with shit, and put it into a fucking song. I mean, Jay-Z did it to an extent. But all Jay-Z ever really talked about on his albums, go back and listen to most of Jay-Z albums. All he ever talked about was fucking bitches and selling drugs. That's all he really talked about. Except for like, certain songs like fucking, Lost One, when he talked about, you know, being a champion and all that shit. And, certain songs like that. But a lot of his shit was all about selling drugs or fucking some hoe. Or having money. That's all Jay-Z ever really talked about. You know what I'm saying? DMX and Pac, they talked about real life problems. Like shit they were going through. You know what I'm saying? They did the drug aspect to it. They brought the poverty thing to it. And Pac was always known for that shit. Pac was the type of nigga, he'll let you know his weaknesses and he'll let you know his flaws and turn them around and make them strengths. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is just my personal opinion. If you want to compare rappers to like superheroes or some shit, this is my personal opinion. Now, I would say the way Jay-Z act, and he cocky, he smart, he do certain things. I would say Jay-Z is kind of a little bit like Iron Man in a way. Because he got the money and everything behind him and shit to do stuff. And then he just a cocky motherfucker and think he know every damn thing he doing. But Pop, to me, was like, even though he had a little bit of money, it's just Pop was like a Spider-Man type nigga. Because, like, Pop could turn a little bit into something. And that's what Spider-Man always did. If you looked at the comic books, Spider-Man was broke. Spider-Man had an apartment. He had a little bit of, like, everything. He just had a little bit. But when he took on a lot of motherfuckers, he took on niggas by himself. Spider-Man in the comic books took on fucking Dr. Octopus, Mysterio, the Vulture, all these niggas at one time by himself. The Sinister Six, they called it. He took all 6 of them niggas on by himself. Like, no extra help, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And Tupac was like that kind of nigga. Tupac knew what it was like to be poor. So he rapped about shit being poor. Tupac knew what it was like to be a nigga that had money. So he rapped about that shit too. Tupac had a lot of elements to him. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to talk about like the rap game, I would say Tupac was more like a Spider-Man type nigga. You know what I'm saying? I would say Tupac was like a Spider-Man type nigga. Shit. DMX, I don't know. DMX to me was more like a Venom type nigga. And the reason why I say he more like a villain, and the reason why I would say he was more like Venom, because DMX just had, when he went at you, he just went at you like crazy. Like when he went at Ja Rule, he got at Ja Rule, talk about how Ja Rule fuck niggas, and talk about how like a lot of these rappers in the game, you think they the shit, but they really suck dick, you know, and he just went at niggas raw. And like, DMX had some weaknesses, don't get me wrong, but DMX being the nigga he was, he would show you like he didn't have no weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say DMX was like a Venom type nigga in like the rap game. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion on shit. I could be wrong. That's just my analogy. Like when it comes to certain shit, you know. That's what I do all the time. I compare shit. But the point I'm trying to make is a lot of these niggas that be trying to say that they had lyrics that could destroy Tupac and fuck up his career and all that, like, let us see it, man, because I don't believe that shit until like I see it myself or I listen to it myself and I heard it. I don't believe that shit. Like, I don't think they had no lyrics that really would have fucked Tupac up. I think anything they did at Tupac also, you know, also like a Spider-Man type nigga, but Tupac also, as far as the rap game going, the comic books, kind of remind me a little bit of Bishop too. And what I mean by that is like whatever you threw at him, he'll draw it right back to you and make it worse. You know what I'm saying? That's what Bishop did. That's what Bishop mutant power. When you hit Bishop with something, he'll use that same power and he'll throw it right back to you. You know what I'm saying? That was his mutant power. You feel me? So I'm just saying, like, a lot of these niggas that say they had this for Pac and they was gonna fuck Pac up, woo woo woo, all this shit, I like to see it. That's all I'm saying. I just like to see it. For all these niggas that say, yeah, we got Pac beat, we would have fucked Pac up if he was alive, and it's good to talk about. I mean, it's easy to say that shit about a nigga when he was dead. Don't get me wrong. Shit, I remember in the goddamn interview, and I love Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is a dope ass motherfucker. Like, talking about martial arts. I remember in the interview, Chuck Norris was saying that if Bruce Lee was alive, he said he felt like he could take Bruce Lee. Now, really? I'm just being real. Hand-to-hand combat. I'm not saying Bruce Lee was the best. I'm not saying Bruce Lee was the best in the world. but he was the best I ever seen though. Like, I'm not gonna stunt. Like, for real, like, I'm just being real. Like, Bruce Lee, as far as that martial arts shit go, that nigga was dope. And like, a lot of niggas couldn't fuck with him, man. Like, they could talk all this shit they want. They couldn't fuck with him, man. Hey, yo, man, I just want to say, man, sorry I made no video in a while, nothing like that. I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why I make no video in a while, it just, I feel like it won't no need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I won't get a lot of, I'm not saying that, but I won't get a lot of views like that anyway. And it's not like I'm getting a hell of a lot of views now. And that's not, I don't do the videos really for the views. You know what I'm saying? I just do this shit to get the message out. You know what I'm saying? But I just ain't been making videos. I just been doing shit. Like, look, I just graduated from my school or whatever. For electrician or whatever. So now I'm trying to, get a job in that or whatever, being an electrician. I sent resumes to like T-Mobile and shit like that. And I know T-Mobile about to hit me up with something, because they've been wanting me to work there for a minute. They've been actually wanting me to work in Richmond with them, but that's goddamn too far for me to be going there every day. They was gonna really pay me like, what, it ain't a lot, but they was gonna pay me like $13 an hour just to be at the call center and help people with their bills and shit like that. And I know what it's like, because I've been on that end before. I know what it's not like. I know what it's like not to be able to pay your bill on time. I know what it's like not to get your service right. So I'm, when I get there, I'm gonna do my best to help the customer out. I know I talk shit on these YouTube videos, and I curse and I rant and I do all that. But when I'm at a place like that, I'm a totally like different individual. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully I get a job like, inside the jank, be in retail or whatever for a little while. 'Cause that's gonna be my side job anyway. Do retail and stuff like that. And I know I can sell some cell phones, 'cause that's easy. I know you probably don't believe it by watching these videos and stuff, but I know how to talk to people. I know how to, have people to come over, leave Sprint, leave AT&T, and come to T-Mobile. I know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not because I'm a hell of a salesman or nothing like that. It's just, I know how to talk to people. I'm a people person. I know you probably don't see it by me sitting here drinking beers and talking shit about the rap gang, sounding all ignorant. But when I'm around, like, a different atmosphere of people, I act totally different. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm a chameleon, nothing like that. It's just that there's a time to put on one hat. Because I wear a lot of hats, man. Even though I wear hats, but I wear a lot of different hats, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my Farm Fresh hat right there. I got my, I got my 49ers hat over there. And Starters hat. And when you at a job and stuff, it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? You put on hats. You know what I'm saying? Like when I do the electrician thing, when I be an apprenticeship program with electrician, I'm gonna be a learner, but I still know how to do certain things, but I'm still a learner, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta put on the mode that I'm learning things, you know what I'm saying? So since I'm learning things, I'm totally different from how I am when I do YouTube videos. When I do YouTube videos, I rant and talk all my inner feelings and all my shit. I get it all out, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm like, at a workplace or something like that, I'm a little different. Except when I work overnight, though. When I work overnight, though, I act just like how I act right now. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant as fuck. Because, for one, nobody's around. Just the people I work with. And if you know a lot of electricians, we do talk shit to each other. Like, we talk a lot of shit to each other. Like, hey, asshole, what's been going on? What's up, Dave? What's up, Solomon? Guess what, yo? I fucked your wife today. That's the shit we just do. We just be playing, though. That's just how we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, So, yeah, man. I just been doing I ain't been doing a lot of shit. I supposed to been setting up my fucking, what's that shit called again? With the video games. Twitch. I supposed to been setting up a Twitch thing, but I didn't get around to doing it yet. And the reason why I didn't get around to doing it yet, because I want a stronger internet than the internet I got right now. Right now, I just got T-Mobile internet. But next year, I'm going to get Cox internet again. When I get Cox internet again, then I'll set up my Twitch. I'm not going to set up Twitch right now with when I can't have more than like 2 devices. See, with the hotspot that I got, I can have like 9 or 10 devices like able, but it'll run real slow like that. But if I just set it on 2 devices, if I have it on 2 devices, it runs very, very well. So right now, all I can do is just be on the internet and play my video games right now. So me trying to stream and all that, it's a waste of time, me trying to do it right now. But I'm going to get into that. But I'm going to get into it next year, you know, when I got more money in my pocket and shit like that. And the money is coming. But I'm not going to brag about what I'm getting on Facebook, or I'm not going to brag on none of that shit. Twitter, you're not going to see me. Now, you might see me on Instagram. I might say some shit, or like buy a car or something like that on Instagram or something like that. But you're not going to see me post shit on Facebook or nothing like that about what I'm making or how much I'm getting or any of that, because I already know how that shit go. You know, you're going to start hearing, I'm going to start hearing cousins and shit that I never heard of before. You know, I'm just not a bragging ass nigga. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to brag about what I'm making or what I'm doing. I'm not going to brag about any of that shit. You know, just like Biggie said in the song, you know, more money, more problems. So I don't want all that bullshit. So I'd rather keep some things about me like private, you know, for the time being. That's about it, man. Like, and shout out to everybody, man, who still be watching my videos, even though they old as shit, or I ain't gonna lie to you, some of my videos ain't even that good. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. I don't really edit. I edit some videos, but I don't do a lot of editing and stuff like that. I just spit what I feel, you know. So I just let it rip. I don't feel like I have to edit and do everything, you know, to get my point across. I mean, nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? If you can't see the flaws in me through the video, then you're not real. You're not real. If you think my video supposed to be perfect and all that shit, which it should be, but I don't feel like I should have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting paid for these videos. I'm not trying to impress nobody or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all a message. But, yeah. Sorry, man, I went off topic, but, yeah. Damn, I went 37 minutes. God damn, for real? Yeah. Anyway, alright, yo. I'm out. God bless, man.